until Mama Coco appears.
Oh yes. I don't know if you I don't know if you watched this film. Speaking of that, I don't think you actually watched this film, did you? Did you watch Cars 2?
What? Yes.
Well, then you actually
I take that back.
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this might be the last one then.
I'm pretty certain, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're there. We got him.
We're in the toilets now.
Oh, we're in the toilets now, kind folks. Cars 2.
Better be glad it was Cars. That's all I gotta say.
Cars 2, aka dare I say it is the worst Pixar film I've ever seen. It is.
I mean, not just because Cars and Slam and Cars are like, whatever.
I like Cars. I told you, I like Cars the
Sort
film.
of.
I like certain automobiles, but Cars 2, it fails tremendously. I won't dive into it to say, I won't dive into every single problem with it, but I'll give you the highlights, I guess.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Is like this one, and I think in some ways more so than the other Cars films, you really had to be a car enthusiast to pick up on some of the little hidden gems they had in this film.
I picked up on the hidden gems.
Did you really?
Yes, I did, and I still hate it.
All right, what was the deal with the main bad guy? Let's see if you know.
He was a Ferrari, or he was a Italian car.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
He was a
dump me out in the bowl. No.
He was one of the what is it? He's one of those.
A Land Rover.
What?
A Land Rover.
Oh, that
which is
guy.
a British one. That was a whole thing. Mater's like, man, it's one of them old British engines.
Yeah, I know now. I thought you were talking about Francisco or whoever.
Francisco.
The race car that's supposed to take the place of Chick Hicks.
Oh, that's the third film, isn't it?
No, that's the second one.
Wow, that's, I guess, how much the second one has slipped from my mind.
The Land Rover.
Yeah,
Rover,
he's the Formula One car.
Yeah, the Formula One car. Yeah, that's what I was trying to
see. It started out okay. It was doing great. Like, all right, now Lightning McQueen, Owen Wilson, wow, teach on the world.
So the Land Rover.
But then, like, what the crap is this? It's a spy film.
Yeah. So the Land Rover. The whole point of that was like, oh yeah, this is a electric or whatever, but turns out no, he's actually like a lemon or whatever. He's like a broken down car that breaks down a lot, which I guess is a lot
because it's a British Land Rover. Exactly. That's the whole point of the joke.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to convey.
Like, exactly.
Land Rovers suck. Yeah, I know.
Sure, but yeah, sure.
So Land Rovers don't suck?
Some are definitely better than others, but the best ones, I would say, not a Slammobile, unless you want to be forced to learn how to work on it.
Okay. Anyway, though, yeah, I got enough of the reason why it is the way it is. Especially in 2011 when this film came out.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Even with that knowledge, I still say this film sucks. Because it starts out with this Finn McMissile spy car.
No.
Yes, it does.
No. You have got to say, if you're going to say it, you got to say it right. This is probably the best thing of the whole film.
Finn McMissile. Finn McMissile. Who is played by Bob, or played by, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, who the heck is that?
I don't know, but that was the one thing that was stupidly quotable from that film that is stuck in my head.
Let's see who played Finn McMissile here.
Isle.
Finn McMissile. Michael Caine.
Michael Kine.
What?
Mike Kine. It's Mike Kine.
Yes, indeed.
Good luck saying that precisely.
Finn McMissile. So, this film is a spy film. It's set in the Cars universe.
Yeah.
Where the star of the film is Tow Mater.
Tow Mater. That in itself isn't necessarily a problem, but
I mean,
like,
if
why
he's
is it
written well, if it's written well and he's actually funny, then
exactly.
Sure. But it's not written well, and it's not funny.
Yeah, I mean, again, funny if you're a car person, but if you're not gonna like what's in store.
So this is actually the last film that. This actually,
Brad,
I think
or
it's
whatever his name is.
This is the last film that disgraced animator John Lasseter worked on, directed, and it shows. It's also the point in time where he, I think he took over Disney Animation. So doing all that on top of directing a film, it's a lot, let me tell you. Okay. Granted. But yeah, this film is this film's terrible. I will give it this.
I didn't hate it.
Okay, I will give it this. I liked the animation. I thought the animation was fine, you know?
Oh yeah,
I thought
no problems with that.
The colors, the water, you know, the scenery, it looked really nice.
It really felt like it went to the UK because there was a lot of like that drabness.
Yes, it did.
Old buildings and like
the scenery, the landscapes, they looked really great.
Yeah.
It looked really good. Don't get me wrong. But then again, that's a Pixar film.
It is, yes. I think so, at least, yes. Including the monster.
Yes. And they do expand the world, I suppose.
They do. It was just kind of bizarre.
Yeah. It doesn't focus... It's like Fast and Furious, right? We'd be doing these Fast and Furious commentaries, which you can find on the channel and all that. On Entertainment Bro.
Yep, a lot of bald-headed badassery in these films, I might say. Yeah.
So here's the thing, right? Fast and Furious was founded on racing and cars, right?
Yep.
They started to focus less on that and more on spy stuff in the later films, which after Furious 7, it really started to take a toll on the films, if you will.
Yeah.
People started to get tired of it.
Yeah, it's less about the racing stuff.
Less about the racing, more about the spy stuff. Hence...
Oh, great. That means it's not going to be fun from here out after 7. Anyway... We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
We will, but unfortunately, yes. Anyway, though, so Cars 2 focuses on spy stuff for some reason. Why? I don't know.
I don't either. I really don't.
Why is Tow Mater the star when it's Lightning McQueen's franchise? I don't know.
I get why they kind of kidnapped him to help them. It's because, you know, he was like somewhat of a mechanic and he had like the car knowledge about what brands were good and bad, and you know, he was like a trusted mechanic in real life.
Yeah, but he was...
So I get that, but again, why is it a spy film?
Yeah, like the spies in this spy film are idiots, okay? Because Mater
they were kind of forgettable, other than McMissile, of course.
Mater tells them over and over and over again that he's not a spy, and they ignore him. Are you kidding me right now, kind folks? That's like a Saturday morning cartoon type of plot here, okay?
I mean, please listen to Larry the Cable Guy for once.
Please, we do not want to listen to Larry the Cable Guy, but please listen to him on this one thing. Please.
Oh, I do, but I do not. mind that at all. But yeah,
Okay, so what is this plot? What? Well, I guess we haven't talked about the plot because
we kind of have.
we kind of have, but not entirely. So what's this plot? What is the plot? If there is one. Oh, roasted. Anyway, so Cars 2, real quick, because I don't really want to talk about the plot because it sucks that this bad.
I don't really remember it
So
in its entirety.
Mater, so Finn, does the spy thing in the beginning, whatever.
Yep. McQueen's gonna race against the Francesco guy.
First Mater sees
not in that
sees Francesco or whatever on the TV. Then he's like challenges Francesco to a race basically, or whatever. Like, with the race or whatever, and Lightning McQueen's like, what the heck, Mater? Why'd you do that? But I guess he forgives him real quickly, and he's like, all right, well, I guess we're going to go around the world now. Yeehaw! And then we find a lot of the, we go around the world. We go to Tokyo first, where they meet up with the Mater meets up with the spies and all that, and kind of gets sidetracked, not with Lightning McQueen anymore and all that. And then they go to Italy with the Pope Mobile, and we'll get to that. But anyway.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
The Pope Mobile, kind folks.
Oh, boy.
We'll get into that. Anyway, so then he goes to Italy. We find out that there's more than meets the eye with this car, this engine that we've seen or whatever, that for some reason, I don't even know why they have him open his hood. That's like, what is it, like exposing himself? Like he's seeing his like goods and bits? Like what the heck? Why are you?
I think it's to symbolize that he's always having to be worked on.
I know that, but in the Cars world, isn't that like exposing yourself? Like putting down your pants and your underpants, like, or like open heart surgery, or like what the heck is that? I don't
know. I don't really know where that goes.
I think that's...
But somewhere they have a tongue, apparently.
Yeah,
so.
I think they... you really think about it, maybe open heart surgery or something? I don't know, but whatever. I don't care enough. Anyway, so Mater, I guess there's a huge explosion. They destroy a lot of the cars or whatever, and it basically comes down to McQueen and Francesco. And come to find out that they're not using... Lightning McQueen and Francesco are not using the fuel specifically and all that. Specific fuel, this green energy fuel, whatever. And yeah, so Lightning McQueen and Mater have like this blow up where they like their friendship gets tested and all that. We get the whatever. And then they travel. Mater gets kidnapped, travels to London. And Finn McMissile and his girlfriend or whatever, they
the yellow one, right?
The pink one. The yellow one is in the third one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep.
Anyway,
I told you, it's the most forgettable of the Cars trilogy.
It is. So, yes. Anyway,
there you go.
Anyway, so yeah, if he finally gets through their thick skulls, their idiotocracies. He's not a spy, but he uses his smarts because he's not stupid to, I guess, break them all free from the Big Ben, if you will, and goes over and saves Lightning McQueen because they're about to blow him up. And then they find out that the Land Rover guy, he's the bad guy. And turns out that he's the lemon the whole time, and he's not gun electric. He's actually a gasser, which, if you're a gasser, then you would have like a exhaust pipe, So, if you're electric, you don't have that, so that would be a dead giveaway. So why didn't they just...
There would be other giveaways. Now, granted, these cars in the Cars universe in general, like when they're just like casually doing the human equivalent of walking around, they're not really it's not like their engines are on. They're just kind of
Yeah, I get that.
rolling
but
around.
I get that, but you can just turn them around and look at their exhaust pipe in their asses, right? So
I mean, yeah, I guess you could keep the exhaust pipe there as a disguise or something to be like, no, I was converted to electric. I used to be gasoline. See, here's the proof. But yeah, kind of dumb either way.
indeed, whatever.
Neither here or there. I'll be a monkey's uncle. There you go. Bingo, you got it.
Whatever. Anyway, so
Yeah.
Mater's knighted, of course, and turns out that the pink car and Mater are now boyfriend and girlfriend. Because of course they are. And Mater's got jetpacks now. So, and then the movie ends.
Oh yeah, that's right. Jetpack Mater, that was a thing. I will say I did like the little nod to Queen Elizabeth, may she rest in peace, Her Royal Highness, being like a Model T. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
That and Finn Nicholas Isle.
So here's the thing.
Best things there, yeah. So here's the thing. What's the thing?
The thing here is this. There's a couple things that make the cars that specifically in this movie that makes the car universe seem very weird. Okay, first of all, the Pope Mobile, if you will, aka the Pope car. So you're telling me there's religion in the Cars universe? Why? Just what's the purpose of this, right? There's no churches, right? Like, what the heck? It's very bizarre. It makes you think way too hard about it. Like, the Pope Mobile is in another car being driven around by another, like, low-hanging car or something. Also, and this, again, was touched upon in the first Cars film, just briefly, but it's worth mentioning here. The planes are alive. Every machine is alive. So what the heck? What is the purpose of this? You know, cars can go and do whatever, but planes can't. Planes can't fit into the airport. So what if planes need to fly? Do they fly in other airplanes?
the subplane within the outer plane.
Yeah, like what the heck?
And that sounds like another film that I definitely haven't seen, and I've heard.
There's car bugs.
The right thing.
There's everything's made out of machines, and everything that's a machine is alive. What the heck? This is okay. It's very weird.
Yeah. Let me tell you this. This is probably going to be my concluding thoughts on Cars 2 here. I think if it were released as a direct-to-video film, it would have made more sense to me, and I would have been more accepting of it. But the fact that the plot was, what it was, and that it was like a major theatrical sequel to the original, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
And I think the reason I liked it more than you did by far, other than being the car enthusiast of the two of us, is, I didn't watch it in the theaters. I watched it after it came out on like Blu-ray and DVD or whatever, and popped it in, and I guess my mind kind of subconsciously it conceived it as a direct-to-video film for that purpose. But
I mean,
thinking about it as a I don't know about theaters.
Yeah, here's the thing about that, right? Like,
no AMC.
Cars. I mean, Would it be better as a direct-to-video sequel? Probably, but I would still have some issues with it. Like I do with Planes and Planes 2. Like, they were direct-to-video spin-offs of the Cars world, technically.
That I do not know. Okay, so I thought one of those was theatrical, but I guess
one of them was Planes, Fire and Rescue, but I think it was more released in April, or more released in Europe. Planes, Fire and Rescue, I don't think did a lot in America, maybe in a few select theaters, maybe, but I do know it was more released in Europe and all that, and it was like, I don't know what. The first one was direct to video. I don't know why, but there you are. Anyway, though, 2 out of 10. The reason why it's 2 out of 10 is because the animation still really well done, really good, and I like the sceneries, but that's all I can say on it. I just like those two. I just like that.
I'm gonna give it a probably a 5. It
that
gets
is more.
Half.
That's more than I thought you were going. Oh, that was less than I thought you were going to give it.
Really? It's like halfway to a 10 for the car reasons. But as a film, if you take away the car aspect of it, it's like, what the dump? But then if you put the car aspect back into it, but look from the non-enthusiast standpoint, what the dump? It makes even less sense. Hell, if it were just a generic Pixar spy film that was its own thing, maybe that would have done all right.
I think that would have been better.
It probably would have been, but hey, should have been a direct video, is what I gotta say. And
it is basically a Mater's Tall Tale film.
It is.
Just like a Goofy movie is the film equivalent to Goof Troop.
Yeah, essentially, yes. That's true.
Anyway, though, onward to